Well, I got to say, this is the first time I've done Facebook Live, okay? But I just wanted to say welcome to the Color of Medicine, the story of Homer G. Phillips Hospital Facebook page. And my name is Mario Eugene Page, and I'm one of four people that are working on this documentary. Um, uh, I'm actually one of the little people working on it, I guess, because sometimes those of us that work behind the camera, nobody knows who we are, and nobody notices us until they see the credits at the end of a film on who worked on a film. And how many of us wait in a movie theater to see who worked on a film? Well, I do, because I'm interested in knowing the names of people who have worked on a film. But anyway, wow, we're up to $6,545 as of right now, April 24th. And that's not bad. Wow. And we're trying to make it to 35,000. And we need people like you. Okay? You. Yeah, me. So anyway, first of all, give credit when credit is due. I wanted to give a shout out to those donors that have donated. David Jacobs, thank you, David Jacobs, for donating to our cause on Indiegogo, our crowdfunding site. Corrine Woodley, and I apologize if I don't say these names right, but Corrine Woodley, Jerome Mahmood, Mahmood, DeAndre Stevenson, Joyce Fitzpatrick, and yes, Joyce is our director, I guess executive producer. She's the one who started it all, or put the ball in motion to do this documentary, along with Becky Robinson and Joyce's partner, Brian Shackelford. The four of us are the team, and there's a couple of other people that have came on board as well. I know we have the actress Tanya Williams. I hope I'm saying her name right. But I know she's coming on board to do narration. And we brought on some other people as well. I'm sorry, it's been a long day for me. I've been working on client projects. I had to do a shoot yesterday. I got something to do tomorrow. And that's why I'm going on Facebook Live so late. Let me get back to the names of the people who have donated so far. Again, thank you, Joyce, for your donation. That means Joyce believes in our project. The head person that's doing our project, that's in charge of our project, really believes in it, just like the rest of us do. So, Joseph Anthony Jones, Pamela Lewis, Rudden, Rudden, Michael Hugger, Hugger Senior, and Mike, we're gonna give you a big hug, okay? I hope I'm pronouncing your last name right, Hugger. Are you a hugger, man? Nathan McCleskey, Matt Mason, Samel E.J. Bay, B-E-Y, Marsha Taylor. Thank you to all of you guys for donating. Rolanda A. Wright, Bernard Braxton. Are you related to Tony Braxton? Hey, if you are, tell Tony to donate as well. I actually shot on one of her reality shows, the Braxton Family Values, for a couple of seasons. Anna Jones and somebody named Amy 1999. Is that your name on your birth certificate? I want to see your birth certificate. AMIE and then hyphen 1999. I guess that's maybe your handle or something like that on social media. Aaron Haith, Haith. Sandra Glenn. Now that name is familiar. Sandra Glenn is one of my cousins up in Chicago, my hometown of Chicago. Sandra, thank you very much. it always feels good when family donates to a cause. Anna L. Reynolds, Timothy P. Robinson. Thank you, Timothy. Haven't seen you in a while, bruh. Mimi, M-I-M-I, Mimi, whoever Mimi is. Thank you, Mimi. You got that one name, Mimi. You don't have a last name? I guess you're like that old actress, Charo, one name, or like Cher. Monica Smith, Lark Watts, and Dr. Oscar Jackson Sr. Wow, Dr. Jackson actually donated as well, and he actually came out of Homer G. Phillips as well. So again, I wanted to thank everybody for donating. And I mean, this is really a difficult project for us. We started this project a couple of years ago, back in 2015, and it's all out of our own money. And then at some point we said, well, we're not going to get any grants or anything for this, so maybe try crowdfunding. So we're giving it a shot. So we're praying that we can get enough money to finish the film. We would like to try to finish the film this year. I would love to see it finished this year and maybe get in some film festivals. And, you know, this is like a hidden figure story. There's a lot of hidden figure stories actually in African American history, and this is another one of those hidden stories that needs to be told. Some people do know about Homer G. Phillips Hospital. Those may be from the Midwest, St. Louis in particular, which is where Homer G. Phillips Hospital was. And the building is still standing there, but it's actually a senior living facility. But my dad, Dr. Oliver Page, trained at Homer G. Phillips. He graduated from Meharry Medical College in 1958, and then he went on to train at Homer G. Phillips, which was in his backyard actually, because my dad is from St. Louis. He's from the neighborhood they call the Ville. And he grew up, you know, like walking distance from Homer G. Phillips, and I'm sure that was inspiration for him somehow to maybe go into medicine. And my godfather, Dr. Earl Robinson, I call him Unc. He trained there as well, and this documentary is actually inspired from his blog. He wrote a blog about his time. Well, he actually wrote a blog, seems like, about his life, and it could be a book, and I think it is going to end up being a book. But he talked about his times at the G's, is what he calls it, Homer G. Phillips. And wow, I mean, I'm older now. I mean, I'm in my 50s, and I didn't learn a lot about Homer G. Phillips Hospital until later on in my life. All I knew is my dad was a doctor, and he went to work every day, just like any other parent. Any of my other friends' parents went to work every day, and I didn't get to learn about Homer G. Phillips Hospital until later. And it's a fascinating story. I'm like, wow. I mean, I remember seeing the building before in St. Louis. Sometimes I would venture off to the areas where my dad grew up whenever we would visit St. Louis, or I would visit St. Louis. And I mean, it's a huge building. And I mean, when I started learning about the history about it, I was just like blown away. I was like, wow, this is a story that really needs to be told. I've actually talked to some African American doctors in recent times, and some of them are not that familiar with the hospital, maybe because they're too young to really know. But back in the day, if you were African American, a person of color, and you wanted to train, it was difficult for you to train in a predominantly white hospital because of the racism that existed. I mean, we still have racism, and but this hospital was started for African Americans to train. Homer G. Phillips was an activist and an attorney in St. Louis, and he wanted to he wanted to create this hospital for blacks to train. So it was doctors and nurses that trained there. And I've actually been in touch with a doctor whose father and mother both trained at Homer G. Phillips. His mother was a nurse, and his father was a doctor. Father's deceased. His mom is still living in her 90s, and I want to try to see if we can get an interview with her. I think she lives in Alabama. So, but I'm sorry I'm all over the place with this because I had a long day today, and I wanted to do a Facebook Live to reach out to say thank yous and let everybody know who some of us are. But the money is going to go to us finishing the film and a lot of other expenses that we're going to incur. But we really need to finish this film. Even if we don't get all of the money that we're trying to get, we're still going to finish this film. But we just hope that some people will have it in their heart to maybe donate to a part of history and want to see this historical story told. I mean, I got a Starbucks habit. I go to Starbucks almost every day. But if I think about like maybe not going to Starbucks as much and save some money, I'd have quite a bit of money to be able to donate. And I've actually donated to our cause here, and I plan on donating again. And one of my other family members donated, actually Karen Lewis. I wanted to say thank you to Karen Lewis up in Chicago. She's the president of the Chicago Teachers Union. And I know she likes documentaries, and I told her about what we were doing. And her grandfather trained at Homer G. Phillips. See, there's a lot of Homer G. Phillips history in my family that I didn't learn about until, like I said, as I got older. And even working on this project, I'm learning more and more. And so now I got about 3 relatives that might have that have trained at Homer G. Phillips that I know of now. Counting my dad. So, but anyway, I'm rambling. I know some of you may not see this right now. Some of you are probably going to bed. Maybe some are watching the NBA playoffs. But I know this thing's going to play back again, or it's going to be saved on the site. So, but anyway, those of you on the West Coast, maybe you guys are seeing this right now. I don't see anybody logged in. Well, let's see. Geraldine GG Roulette. Thank you very much. You just shared this video, and I wanted to tell you I appreciate you sharing this video. But I don't see anybody else's names popping up, so I guess nobody's watching right now. So I'm going live talking to myself. But anyway, please donate to it. To our cause. This film must be told, and it will be told. I mean, whatever you can give. I mean, $5. That's a cup of coffee at Starbucks. You know, every little bit helps. If you can do more, great. And if you know any other African American doctors, or if you know anybody who had some connection to Homer G. Phillips, and they may not know about this, please let them know. Let them know that there's a story that's going to be told about a little part of their history, I guess. But let them know. Share our Facebook page, and share our Indigo crowdfunding page, The Color of Medicine, the story of Homer G. Phillips Hospital. In fact, we're already coming up in Google search engines. But share our story with other people. Let them look at the trailer. We have a trailer on the crowdfunding site, so you can see what we've done so far. We got a small number of interviews that we've done already, just to give everybody an idea of what our documentary is about. So I will try to do Facebook Live again. This is the first time I ever used Facebook Live. I had to figure out how to use it. And maybe next time I'll do it more. I'll do it during business hours, I guess. But anyway, I wanted to thank you very much for supporting us. I want to thank Joyce Fitzpatrick for the vision and wanting to partake on this project and steer it through. And you know, you're the captain of the ship. You're the queen and captain of our ship. And I know you're going to steer us the right way. And you know, God willing, I know we are going to make this film, and it's going to be a big success. Thank you, Brian Shackelford, another production professional and Joyce's production partner. He does editing, shooting. He's a guru. I wouldn't be surprised if he did voiceover work too as well. And my little cousin Becky Boo, Rebecca Robinson, that's Dr. Earl Robinson's daughter. I call her my cousin. Our birthdays are in February, real close to each other. Actually, we were born 2 days apart, but I was born, I think, 10 years before her. But I remember holding her when she was little. But I always look at her as my little cousin Becky Boo. And Dr. Robinson, Earl, Unc, thank you for giving us the opportunity to work on this, and we will finish this, and you will see it, and so will my dad. He will get to see it, and others will get to see it as well. So anyway, I'm done rambling, and hey, I'll try to do this Facebook Live thing again, and hopefully maybe I'll use a teleprompter and have a better script of things I want to say. But please donate. Also, before I get off, Marthea Broge, what will the documentary about? Okay, I guess you're saying, what will the documentary be about? Well, actually, if you go to our crowdfunding page on indigo.com, there's a link to our crowdfunding page on our Facebook page. Watch the trailer and you'll learn all about our documentary, because I know I'm eating up a lot of time now going live. But it is a documentary about a hospital that was in St. Louis, Missouri, and it started back in the 1930s and it closed in 1979. It was a hospital where African American men and women trained to be doctors and nurses. And that hospital is still standing there, but it's not a hospital anymore. It's actually a senior living facility. But it's a story, it's a hidden figure type story that needs to be told. So learn more about it by watching our trailer on the crowdfunding page. And again, my name is Mario Eugene Page, Director of Photography, and thank you for watching.